Playoff football has come to Northeast Ohio at Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
Cap it. Set.
First down, here's Mitchell. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
It's first and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Green. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's go now.
Now a give right side. Sampson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Buffalo 18. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. This will be caught. Judy. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. It just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
That's downfield. He's got Phantom. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, Sampson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 70 Timberwolves, Mustang 19, 60 Mavericks, 79 Broncos, trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw. Green. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Ready,
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Bobcats, Cougar 19 tight, 19 tight, 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Back to throw. Green. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And the Chargers first down.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
32. First down, Los Angeles.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good wrecking.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a loss on the play. These two teams all tied after one. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, here's Mitchell.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 48-yard.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Go! 70 Timberwolves. Go!
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Green. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And he's got it down to the 28.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake. Green. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Drop 50. Warriors 70.
Back to throw. Green.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Let's go.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dylan Sampson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the lead here in this AFC title game.
14, Chargers 10.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
56 yards on the ground in his first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
Ready?
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
A touchdown run there from a yard out.
As his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, He's feeling it.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Herbert to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. Unity. Home to try.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Hey, cancel.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
18, Rattler, 18, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Green. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses to...
They'll bottle that fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Ready?
To throw is Green. Off the play fake. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Green. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Chargers.
Herbert running left off the option.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Look at the big fella go. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. It's complete on the level screen. That's Mitchell. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Rondé Gadsden there to make the grab. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
Now Green, off play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Operating from the gun, Green. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jerry Jeudy from 13 yards out. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
Herbert going to change the play here. Now they'll change things up.
Herbert now.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the Browns' 8-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
3-yard gain on the play. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick. Here we go.
Back to throw. Green. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
5-9.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. This one deep for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
And the Chargers first and goal at the 10-yard line.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
42.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Ready.
On first down, Sampson. They'll head out of bounds
Browns inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 90 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
On play action, here's Shedeur. He'll swing this out to Sampson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Harold Phantom from 4 yards out. And the Browns are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They run over center with Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The Chargers, first down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
It's 4th down.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 29 yards. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Let's go now. 7-5, 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now Sanders.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10,
Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith.
Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Herbert back to the air. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 39-yard line.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Sampson taken down at the 42. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had his eyes on that one being bigger.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
3rd and 3. Here's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.